So last night, the LA Lakers beat the Minnesota Timberwolves in a thriller of a play-in game for the Western Conference 7th seed. And while it can be argued that the Lakers shouldn't have needed overtime to beat the Timberwolves last night, the Lakers have had the second best record in the league from the first game that their trade deadline acquisitions suited up for them until the end of the season. And today, I want to talk about why the Lakers look like they have a great chance of pulling off the upset against the West's second-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, then make sure to give it a like as it helps out a lot. And if you enjoy the NBA, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. So as mentioned in the intro, last night the Lakers pulled out the victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves as they won by a score of 108-102 in overtime. This means that the Lakers have officially claimed the 7th seed in the Western Conference playoffs and will face the Memphis Grizzlies in Game 1 of their first-round series this upcoming Sunday, April 16th at 3 p.m. Now, after seeing the Lakers barely get by the Timberwolves, I'm sure it's easy to feel that the Grizzlies will obliterate the Lakers, especially with the Timberwolves suspending their starting center, Rudy Gobert, for their play-in game against the Lakers. But two things I do want to mention are the fact that the Timberwolves have had a negative 0.15 net rating with Gobert on the court this season for them versus a slightly positive net rating of positive 0.13 with Gobert off the court. So the Timberwolves sitting Gobert seemed like it actually helped them give the Lakers a more competitive performance, in all honesty. To be fair though, the Wolves have had the 9th best defensive rating over the last 9 games of the regular season, even despite Gobert having a negative plus-minus rating in 5 of those 9 games. So with your starting center bringing you down efficiency-wise, as he had a negative 1.8 plus-minus rating over those 9 games, yet you pull out a top 10 defensive rating against 6 playoff teams and 1 play-in team over a 9-game stretch, I'd say that the Wolves were a tougher matchup for the Lakers than most people realized. However, I'm not here to make excuses for the Lakers, as that doesn't excuse their inefficient night. I just think it should be noted that the Timberwolves weren't necessarily a cakewalk of a game for the Lakers. Regardless though, the Lakers will have their work cut out for them, as Memphis has one of the more impressive rosters in the NBA and a top-notch head coach as well. However, there's a lot to go over that makes it seem like the Lakers will give Memphis a competitive series, and dare I say, could even be favored by many people in this first-round matchup. So, first things first, Memphis Grizzlies starting center Steven Adams has been ruled out for the entire 2023 NBA playoffs. This is a huge blow, as despite today's NBA being about small ball, pacing, and spacing, the Grizzlies have had a positive net rating of 9.86 with Steven Adams on the court for them, versus a negative 1.13 net rating with Adams off the court in games where he suits up for them. However, if we look at the Grizzlies' net rating with Adams off the court in games where he doesn't play and games where he does play combined, the Grizzlies have a positive net rating of 1.48. So not an incredibly good number, but still positive nonetheless. With Adams out though, it does feel like matchup-wise, this only helps the Lakers, as the Lakers can send out their typical and most efficient unit of Russell, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, and Davis versus the Grizzlies lineup of Kennard, Brooks, Jackson Jr., Morant, and Bane, which I think matches up pretty well against one another. So before we start off diving into the stats, I do want to mention how it's super annoying how stats.nba.com doesn't let you select all games. They separate it in between regular season, playoffs, all-star games, and play-in. So we can't get a perfect look here for how the Lakers and Grizzlies numbers will look against one another, as the Lakers starting lineup clearly struggled last night against the Wolves. But we will go to a site later in the video that will give us a better breakdown and does allow you to select all the games while you're searching. For now though, we're going to look at the Lakers starting lineup versus the Grizzlies starting lineup based on just regular season performances. Despite playing more games, the Lakers starting group of LeBron, Davis, Russell, Vanderbilt, and Reeves has actually put up a more efficient plus-minus rating than the Grizzlies group, who's only gotten the chance to play 2 games together. The Grizzlies, however, have shot a better free throw percentage as well as a higher three-point percentage than the Lakers, but as mentioned, the Grizzlies starting group of Kennard, Brooks, Jackson, Morant, and Bane has only played 2 games together. Another positive for the Lakers is that despite playing 5 games more together than the Grizzlies group, they have shot a higher field goal percentage than the Memphis Grizzlies. I do think it's important to point out also how the Grizzlies lineup has only played 2 games together, opposed to the Lakers 7, and the Lakers' experience playing together, especially in a comeback from down 15 like last night, could help the Lakers a ton in this series as they've already faced adversity together. However, despite the fact that the Grizzlies lineup has only played 2 games together, we've seen how lethal the 4-man lineup of Bane, Brooks, Morant, and Jackson Jr. can be together, so I definitely still think it's going to be a tough task and no easy process for the Lakers to get by the Grizzlies. If we look at the best 4-man lineups in the NBA though, the LA Lakers ended the season with the most efficient 4-man group in the entire NBA, as their group of James, Davis, Russell, and Reeves had a plus-minus rating of 8.7 versus the Grizzlies' best group of Kennard, Jackson Jr., Morant, and Bane, finishing with a 5.9 plus-minus rating. Surprisingly, the 4-man group with trade deadline acquisition Luke Kennard fared better than the group with Dillon Brooks. So it seems like the Lakers should win this matchup based on the stats we've looked at thus far, but it's time to close this video out with some stats to show that the Grizzlies might be able to handle their business with LA just fine. So as I said before, we're going to look at another site that allows us to include all games, not just regular season. If we look here, the Lakers have had some impressive 3 or 2-man lineups net rating wise, but their starting group is down here at the bottom with a plus-minus rating of 11.67. The Grizzlies starting unit, however, despite only playing 14 minutes together, has a net rating of 15.15. So in terms of overall net rating, while the Lakers have a better 4-man group, the Grizzlies have the better 5-man lineup with a slightly better net rating, even though they've only gotten 14 minutes on the court together versus the Lakers' 94 minutes together. Lastly, we're going to look at the Lakers and Grizzlies' best 4-man lineups as well as their starting lineups per 100 possessions to get a bit more of an even sample size. The Lakers' best 4-man group has a plus-minus rating of 27.4 per 100 possessions, opposed to the Grizzlies' best 4-man lineup with a 43.5% rating. However, the Lakers' 5-man lineup has a plus-minus rating of 21.8 versus the Grizzlies' 5-man lineup with a rating of 15.2. The 4-man group for the Lakers per 100 possessions has shot 53% from the field, 51.5% from 3, and 76% from the free throw line. The 4-man group for the Grizzlies has shot 52% from the field, 50% on the dot from 3, and 84.8% from the free throw line. So the Lakers' 4-man group shoots better everywhere besides the free throw line. The Lakers' 5-man starting lineup has a 54% shooting percentage from the field, 52% three-point percentage, and a free throw shooting percentage of 76%, versus the Grizzlies' starting lineup, who shot 50% from the field, 57% from behind the arc, and 80% from the line. So the Grizzlies lineup has the edge shooting the 3-ball and from the line in terms of their 5-man starting lineup. So with that said, I'm sure you can see these stats are flipping back and forth between both sides, and it's truly hard to get a grip on who will win. While it's tough for me to bet against King James when he's locked in during the playoffs, and a lot of these stats make it look like the Lakers will pull off this upset, I truly am split on who I think will win this series, and I think we're going to have to wait until Sunday to get a glimpse in Game 1 of how these two teams fare against each other to make a true prediction. I want to know, though, what you guys think about this Lakers team, their chances in this series, or just the 2023 playoffs in general, or anything we've talked about or having to do with the LA Lakers down below in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you liked the video, though, then please give it a like as it helps out a lot. And if you like the NBA, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you stay up to date with all the future content on my channel. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SCJ, and I am out. Peace.